Hey guys, and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles. So it's been a few days, having a lot of issues at work right now. Worked it out a couple of days ago. We have 28 separate rounds in total, and 8 of them were uncovered completely, so that's kind of how our things are going on at the moment. But you don't want to hear about that. Last time we managed to escape Brawl. I may or may not have died a little bit, but this time I've had coffee, I've had something to eat, I'm good to go. I chilled out a little bit after work, so let's go. Let's go, let's be good, let's be great, let's smash this.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border.
Do I have to push the button?
Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees. Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
Okay.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now.
Usually helps, I would imagine.
Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Colio what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle. King of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Okay, this is kind of weird. Because, like, yeah, I played through this game once already, but I started watching the anime adaptation a little while ago, and the difference in Alicia is just so jarring. Because, like, in this, she's a little bit needy, and in the anime, she's like, welcome's a weirdo. And, like, a lot more independent, I guess.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking.
But I just, in my mind, I can't believe that they're the same person, because she just came into his office fishing for compliments.
I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
It's just so weird.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now. Ma'am. Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yeah. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other?
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And
This
you.
is science to
That'll be all
war.
for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time. Time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randbreeze. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Okay, right, we now have access to a lot of stuff. Let's start in the squad barracks. Okay, so we have Welkin, have Alicia, we have Bridget Stark, aka Rosie, who is our first shock trooper, and we have Lago Potter, who is our first lancer. Now, everyone has certain perks. Welkin's is nature level, so if he's around nature, gets a boost. And he has Calm Heart, which means he remains in command, even when surrounded by foes. Alicia is similar, standing on bare dirt leads to a boost in concentration, and when any of her close friends are nearby, they decide to present more drives or her abilities up. So, I'm not going to go through all of these, but everyone is going to have different perks. Some of them are going to have some of the same. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. Like Bridget's, I think, is our only negative one at the moment. So whenever she's in a sandy area, she loses health. So, oh no, paved roads feel strange and cold, leading to discomfort and lower defense. So, again, that's a negative. Right. So, not sure what those ones were. Oh, I think they were orders. So there's 3 pages of orders, but oh, hang on a second. I saw something at the end there. Alright, so likes. I think that has something to do with like Alicia's thing of maternal. So whenever any of her close friends, blah 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 blah. So that means Welkin, Nos, and Dallas, 2 of which we don't even have yet. Anyway. let's move on to the next one, which is the command room.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talent. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support.
That was the class I couldn't think of.
They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
Alright, so 20 people. So we already have 1 scout, 1 shock trooper, and 1 lancer. And if we go on to this, we can sort of get an idea of who we're going to want. So let's have Nos.
I'm Nochi Wordsworth.
Nochi, sorry. Dallas. Ooh. So where's Dallas? Oh, Dallas is down there. Actually, let's definitely do this. We want both the snipers.
Marina Wolfston, at your command.
So Marina and Catherine.
Hello, I'm Catherine O'Hara. I look forward to joining you all.
Cool. I think we wanted Homer and Dallas. So
I'm Homer Perone, here to fight together with you until this war claims my life.
okay. Sure.
My name is Dallas Wyatt. I'm excited to be joining up.
So as you can see, these all have their own weird little perks. Let's have John, just 'cause.
Hey, soldier! I'm Jan Walker. I'll fight with everything I've got.
The best part is that's the voice of Bender. Ah, beautiful. Right, let's have Walter, because he likes Jan.
The name's Walter Nash, buddy. Pleasure to be working with you.
Sure. Let's just have everyone that likes Jan. Yep, you'll do.
Hey, I'm Motley Leonard. How goes it?
Right, we got 9 open slots. Oh, that's how we get into it. So let's just whack them in.
My name is Susie Evans, sir. I realize I'm inexperienced, but I'll do all I can.
We need some more of these shock troopers.
Hey there. I'm Ika Thompson.
Yeah. Salinas, I think you're kind of cool.
Salinas Milton, at your service.
Yep. Hans.
Haynes Salinger, reporting for duty, sir.
Vice? Sure.
The name's Vice Engelbard. Let's go kick this war in the teeth.
Edie? We want Edie.
I'm Edie Nelson. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly.
You look kind of cool.
The name's Jane Turner. I'll do anything if it means putting holes in imps.
We got 2 open slots. So see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So we could do with a couple more of the lancers. Sure, let's have a lady lancer.
Hi there, I'm Yoko Martins. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Another engineer? Yeah, why not?
Hello, I'm Claudia Mann. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations.
Perfect.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility. Come to think of it, Valdio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
Right, so that's that. That's the only time I'll do that on screen. Right, let's very quickly do the training field. It's pretty simple here.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it? When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlives how this whole thing actually works. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go.
Alright, well, he just explained it for me.
I've got all day.
So I am going to blast out a lot for the shock trooper. A decent amount for the scouts. Some for the snipers.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat, sweat. Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human. Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the snipers.
And yeah, that's what happens every time you do this. So again, this is something that I'm not going to do on camera. I'll just let everyone know what I've done. Expect me to kind of hard focus on snipers because I like them the most.
Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie.
Fair enough.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Alright, so that's that. So that's what you do with experience, and R&D is weaponry.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for? Huh? Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you? I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow! Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man, man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
I like Kreese's design.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We could even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section. Come in anytime and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
Development work on tanks happens in the form of body enhancements, tread and weak point enhancements, and attack support. Body enhancements mostly reinforce the gun barrel and body armor to improve its base stats. Tanks will automatically be given the best body type you have developed. You decide whether to favour attack or defense, and altering the body types gives your tank a different outward appearance. Improvements to the treads and weak points and attack support take the form of parts that can be added to the tanks to enhance their abilities. Each part has a set size in blocks. You decide how to fill the 4x3 block storage capacity in the Edelweiss. Pick the optional parts and that best fit your own personal combat style. Holy crap, this is a lot of tutorial. Alright, so this is what you do with money. You get it. So let's just do this. Everything else can wait. Oh, actually, no, let's do the outfit tanks. So change parts. As you can see, we don't have anything, and I don't think Oh wait, no, there we go. So, got all of these different body enhancements. Let's reinforce the barrel. Obviously, the big gold sink is for the Edelweiss. Treads another, like, all of this I'll just do off. I kind of want to do the uniform upgrade though.
Here you go, bro.
Alright, let's...
We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then. Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
We're 26 minutes into this. Yeah, I don't have time to do the actual map. I am gonna have to stop this here. Sorry, it's a bit of a damper episode, but unfortunately that was all of the tutorials that you suddenly get thrown at you as soon as you reach headquarters. I'm going to jiggle stuff around. I'm going to spend what I can of my experience on Mangani, and then next time on Valkyria Chronicles, we will continue the new episode. That's just saying that we can do everything in headquarters. So yeah, next time, the flare gun. See you guys then.